Hi, today I'm in Fairwarp in Sussex and I'm going to have a look at some abandoned army buildings. And there's somewhere down this lane, down here. This is where I first saw them. I think you get at them through here somewhere. Through the stinging nettles. Now, I believe these army buildings, because of their construction, I'll show you in a minute. Keep the camera steady. Okay. Asbestos roof. That's concrete lintels. Slightly strange walls, I'll show you in a minute. That's a normal brick wall. What's on the inside of that? Some sort of, I think that's hardboard. It's a bit broken. Not sure how much of that is corrugated iron, how much of this asbestos at this distance, but anyway. This is clearly a doorway here. There's a hinge. And there would have been either weatherboarding or windows, I'm not really sure. Asbestos sides and a mixture of asbestos and this, yeah, that's well, it's very soft wooden stuff. I think it's hardboard, which I don't think would normally be exposed to the outside. You've got some barbed wire. This type of fence I think is typically military, with the twisted ends to it rather than just hooked over. So barbed wire, some sort of damp proofing. It's quite strongly built in some ways with the lintels. Made of concrete rather than wood. So we'll look inside. I don't know what these metal things are on the floor. There's plenty of them, I know that much. Sorry about the camera, I'm not used to this. You see, when I first saw it, I came to this big room and I just thought it was an abandoned house. But then I thought, well, you don't normally paint the walls, brick walls in an abandoned house, do you? That's actually, I don't know if you see the colour doesn't seem to be coming up very well on the video, but that's a, anyway, it's painted wall. There's a hatchway, well, any house could have that. It is a little chimney in the corner, well, that's where you get at the bottom of the chimney. That was for flue. Now it's interesting, that's been cemented up, so obviously it's a change of use. And that sort of platform thing could have been a boiler or something on there, I don't know, because it's got the ventilators above it. See, I thought village hall, house, couldn't really understand it, you know, it's got metal conduit for the wiring. And you normally close in. You don't normally have a ceiling, proper ceiling, and this has got a sloping ceiling. in line with the roof, with insulation closing in a corrugated asbestos roof. So I think military, and I was told First World War. I might be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong. It's obviously been a while. Look at that, the way the rebar has broken through the concrete supports. That's what basically holds it together. Now in this window it's actually, I don't know what that is, but anyway, asbestos. Looks like asbestos anyway, which is quite safe as long as you leave it alone. Now the bricks they've used, oh, that's not so obvious. Right, I'm going to find some bricks somewhere that normal bricks. Just show up here. Oh, I'll show you down here. See, another large room. And here's the back of that chimney that's been knocked through. For some reason someone's knocked through it. That's the other side of the ventilators. Don't know what that wooden thing's for. Maybe it's just for cables to run on. Yeah, another room a bit bigger than the last one. I don't know what these sides would be. Whether they were big windows. I think they probably were. I think the windows were probably high up here. And these slots here. And then the window frames stop. But these bricks are unusual. They've used sort of upright blocks. So rather than laying them flat, I don't know if you can see that. Rather misty picture on the camera, I don't know why, but hopefully the end result will come out good. So yeah, so that's for insulation. I don't know when they started using those sort of blocks. There we go. Haven't seen them since. It's almost like a foreign idea. Blocks, sort of bricks with holes in. Not normally used in this country. Yes, that's a lot of hardboard that's been damaged. So yeah, quite a big room. And these are what support it, all these supports here, if you can see that. Yeah, so quite unusual, but I think military. I've told it, as I say, First World War, I could be wrong. Now, quite a lot to it. Through here, first of all, these pipes coming up. Don't know what that's all about. Pipe coming up, big thick pipe coming up, another one going down. Don't know whether it's gas or whether it's water or whatever what it is. I don't think there's gas around here. Quite a big pipe. If that's water, that's a big pipe. Two of them there. Now this goes down a couple of steps, as you might have seen. Doorway here. So it might have been used as a farm building, you know, for farm use. When they stopped using it for its original purpose. Here is a bit unusual. I haven't got a torch with me. You might be just about make up that goes up quite high. It's the highest part of the whole structure, and it's got looks like corrugated iron or asbestos roof, and then a ceiling across there. But what is the point of, you know, so these hooks, maybe they're just pipe clamps or something. Why this is higher than all the rest, I don't know. It's not where the chimney goes up. I don't know what that's for. Anyway, carries on through. Relatively high windows again. I think where it appears lower, I think people have just taken the blocks out and used them, or maybe they're lying on the ground. Pipes running round, they look like water pipes. Some of it was conduit for lighting, probably saw earlier, but that looks like a water pipe. Yeah, because that comes down from the ground. You can see that. Oh, some cable over there. Just see what that cable's all about. That looks like for supporting a telegraph pole or something. That's the outside of that particularly tall part. It's all woods round here now, all very enclosed, because these trees might not have always been here. Maybe it was all cleared during the war. I'll have a little look down here. Just having a look there. It's hard to tell if they're windows or whether they were just a wooden frame that was closed in. They look like windows now, but of course a lot has fallen apart. I come through to here, and we've got, well, as a guess, there would have been a toilet in there, without investigating to see if there's a pipe going away anywhere. That's just a guess. There's certainly an outlet pipe there. You can see sort of small outlet pipe, or maybe that's inlet. I don't know. Maybe that's for wash basin. I don't know. There may be a toilet somewhere. On this one, oh, this would have had a toilet. Look, maybe that was a bath. I don't know. But there's a bath here. Maybe that was a bathroom. This is a bigger room. That's blatantly for a toilet there. That pipe there. We've got a metal pipe on the outside. Oh, that looks like scaffolding. Oh, another one down there. Look, I didn't see that before. Is that loose or is it fixed? Is it fixed? Oh, it's fixed to the ground. Yeah, another one coming up there. That's iron, galvanised iron pipe. It's running next to a lane, little lane in there. You can't see it on camera. But anyway, the bath in here. So it looks like this is the bathroom, or the bathroom and toilet, but I don't know if this was a toilet in here. I don't know what the little room was next door. Concrete. Again. And a smaller room. And this has been painted. I think this doesn't look very military if they took the trouble to paint some of these things. Maybe it had another use at some point. There's a cupboard up there. Little shallow cupboard. Almost looks like it would have been for a fuse box or something, but then again there's no electrics in it, so maybe that was had a completely different purpose. Window frame down inside there. Top of a door. It's like a stable door. I've got to be a bit careful because in there, out there somewhere, of course there's a house. I don't want to talk too loudly, don't want to disturb people. Let's go back through. Yeah, we went there, came from here, through here. See the lighting again. As I was saying earlier, typical of a, not a house but a village hall, but I think more like a more for military use, but I could be wrong. I think I've come out the way I came in. Okay, I'm just going to have a little wander down the lane, if the battery lasts that long. And I'll show you what made me come here in the first place. It was a hole in the ground. It turned out to be nothing particularly special. Okay. There's the actual road. That's where I started the video from. That leads to the village where there's a pub, Forester's Arms. And this is a little track, or lane as I called it. This runs parallel to the buildings. Buildings are in there. This path, don't be fooled for that. I think that goes to a back of a house or a farm or something. Shortcut probably from a farm, I think. Right. I might edit this shorter. Somewhere in here, if I can find them again, is evidence of more buildings, but maybe these were made of wood and hence they all collapsed, or maybe that if a farm started using those other ones, they kept them in good condition. Anyway, this is what it started with. I came in here, looked from that lane, which is a footpath now, just a footpath, and saw this. It's actually, well, I think First World War. It's a manhole cover. Someone's lifted it off. Looks quite interesting at first seeing that, and then you realise it's just a manhole for drainage. You can tell by that. Very well made. I haven't cleared it away from any of the pipes. You can tell by the cement work that it's drainage, and that comes from further in there. The pipe going off, and more, and the other pipe coming up here somewhere. Quite where it goes, I don't know. I've been looking further down. There is a sewer further down, so it presumably went into that. Probably serves the whole village. But look, if you look in here, that's concrete. That's concrete. And if I can find it again without getting lost, I mean, there's various level differences here. I expect it all looks the same on video. It's hard to pick these things out. Okay, well, believe me, there are more concrete things in here, like a concrete base, foundation base. That's something there. Looks like a manhole cover there. Don't know what all this carpet's doing here. Okay. Right, well, I think I'm in the wrong place. I might have to edit this video a bit. Further down here, past this concrete at the side. Past the manhole cover. Believe me, they're in here somewhere. I saw them earlier. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Down here. Here we go. Now these walls are supporting I'd say a floor, foundations of floor for perhaps some wooden huts, and that's made of concrete. It's not made of bricks, made of concrete. You see that iron bar sticking up there. So if anyone's got any idea what these are all about, there, there's more of it there. So who knows what's hidden. Oh look, here we go. This is where it's broken away. The concrete's broken away. Hardcore, whatever, underneath. Bits and pieces underneath the concrete base there. So yeah, well, it's all disused now. Obviously. But who knows what would happen, what it would have been used for in the past. But what I'm interested in is what it was originally built for. I think military. I've heard a rumour that it was First World War army huts. So if anyone knows, let me know. It's Nigel at Fairwarp in Sussex, in the woods.